Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking a closer look at Yamaha XSR 700, which in my opinion is the ultimate coffee racer. Don't expect it to be a thrill on the highway, but if you're after the perfect city ride to get you to your favorite coffee spot, this bike is spot on. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's dive into what makes this bike stand out for urban riding. But before we move on to the design, I'd like to remind you that I have a promo code to save 10% on any Cardo orders. Simply enter Sun1 when you order on their website. That's the intercom I use on my helmet to listen to music, make phone calls, and connect with other riders. Let's start with the design of the bike. Now, I'll be honest, I've never been a huge fan of this type of bike, especially with the classic round headlight design. As someone who's into sport bikes, this retro styling didn't initially appeal to me, but seeing it in person and actually riding it gave me a new appreciation for why so many people love this bike. It has a certain charm that's hard to ignore. The screen continues the circular theme from the front headlight, maintaining the bike's cohesive retro design. It's a practical display, providing all the essential information at a glance: speed, gear indicator, fuel level, and more. However, it's highly prone to sun reflection, which can make it difficult to read in bright conditions. This might be the only real flaw I've found on this bike so far. I know you're eager to hear the sound, so here's what it sounds like with the stock exhaust. The XSR 700 comes equipped with a 689cc parallel twin engine, delivering about 74 horsepower and 68 Newton meters of torque in its full power version. This engine, also found in the popular R7, is renowned for its smooth and punchy power delivery, particularly in the mid-range, making it ideal for both city and spirited riding. Now, even though I'm riding with a 35 kilo restriction due to my license, I have to say the power is still impressive. The bike remains punchy and responsive, much like its sibling, the R7. The CP2 engine really shines, reacting quickly and providing a lively, enjoyable ride. Even with the reduced output, the XSR 700 doesn't feel underpowered. It's still a blast to ride, especially in the city. When it comes to city riding, the Yamaha XSR 700 truly excels. The bike feels incredibly easy to ride, making it a fantastic option for both beginners and experienced riders alike. Whether you're just starting out or you've been riding for years, the XSR 700's approachable nature and smooth handling are immediately noticeable. One of the standout features is the casual, comfortable riding position. The upright stance means you're well positioned for visibility and comfort, allowing you to ride for extended periods without feeling fatigued. The wide handlebars provide excellent leverage, making the bike incredibly easy to maneuver through traffic or tight spaces. This flexibility in handling, combined with the bike's relatively light weight, ensures that you can navigate the urban jungle with confidence and ease. Overall, the XSR 700 makes city riding not just effortless but enjoyable. It's the kind of bike that you can comfortably take on daily commutes or casual rides to your favorite spots around town, all while feeling in control and relaxed. Heading into the mountain roads, I initially expected the bike to underperform, especially given its retro design. However, I was pleasantly surprised. The bike handled these roads far better than I anticipated. The CP2 engine plays a big role here, delivering smooth, consistent power that makes tackling inclines and accelerating out of corners feel effortless. But beyond the engine, it's the overall riding experience that really impressed me. The bike feels stable and planted, even when leaning into tight curves. You get a real sense of connection with the road, and the bike remains responsive and predictable throughout the ride. It's not just about raw power. It's the balance and feedback that make this bike a joy to ride on twisty roads. Whether you're casually cruising or pushing a bit harder, the XSR 700 delivers a solid, confidence-inspiring performance that's hard not to enjoy. Like every naked bike, the XSR 700 isn't built for the highway, and you'll find yourself wanting to avoid long stretches whenever possible. It's super windy, and the lack of wind protection makes it pretty uncomfortable, especially on longer rides. The noise level is also quite high, which can get tiring quickly. I was lucky enough to test it out in the summer with warm temperatures, but I can't imagine how rough it would be to deal with cold winter winds at high speeds. That said, in terms of power, the CP2 engine does its job perfectly. The bike has enough grunt to keep up with traffic and even overtake when needed. It's just that the overall experience, due to the wind and noise, makes the highway less than ideal for this type of bike. If you're planning on sticking mostly to city streets and twisty roads, the bike is a great choice. But for regular highway riding, you might want to look at something with more wind protection. When it comes to comfort, the bike offers a surprisingly pleasant riding experience, especially for a bike with such a retro design. The seat is well padded and wide enough to keep you comfortable on longer rides, though it might feel a bit firm after extended periods. The upright seating position is a big plus, allowing you to maintain good posture without putting too much strain on your back or wrists. This casual, relaxed position is perfect for both city commuting and casual weekend rides, and my backpack was a huge fan of it. The bike's suspension is tuned well for urban environments, soaking up most of the bumps and uneven surfaces you'll encounter on city streets. It's not the softest setup out there, but it strikes a good balance between comfort and handling. One thing I particularly appreciated is the wide handlebar, which provides excellent control and leverage. This makes the bike easy to steer and maneuver, especially in tight spots or when weaving through traffic. It adds to the overall sense of stability and confidence, whether you're cruising around town or tackling winding roads. Overall, the XSR 700 offers a comfortable and ergonomically sound ride that caters to both new and experienced riders. It's a bike that you can easily enjoy for hours without feeling fatigued, making it a great choice for those looking for a versatile, everyday ride. To wrap things up, the Yamaha XSR 700 has really surprised me in many positive ways. Its stylish design, which blends retro charm with modern touches, makes it a standout whether you're cruising through the city or enjoying a weekend ride. The bike performs exceptionally well in urban environments, being easy to ride, highly maneuverable, and comfortable, making it a great choice for both beginners and experienced riders. The CP2 engine, known for its reliability and responsiveness, delivers smooth and punchy power, even with the 35 kilo restriction. However, like all naked bikes, the XSR 700 does have its challenges on the highway. The lack of wind protection makes long highway rides less comfortable, with significant wind and noise that can become tiring. The circular display, while aesthetically pleasing and in line with the bike's retro look, can be hard to read in bright sunlight due to glare. As for pricing, the XSR 700 is available in the US for approximately $8,900, in France for around 8,800 euros, and in Switzerland for about 84.90 Swiss franc. These prices are quite justified considering what the bike offers, and are in line with similar models from other brands. Yamaha's build quality, the reliable CP2 engine, and the unique blend of retro and modern styling make the XSR 700 a strong contender in its class. Whether you're looking for a stylish city bike or something that can handle twisty mountain roads, the XSR 700 offers great value for the money. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. and allows me to keep bringing you more content like this. And if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to drop a comment below. I love hearing from you and engaging with the community, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts. Remember to ride safe, take care out there on the roads, and see you next time.